This episode of the DJ Force X podcast is proudly sponsored by Fixed. Fixed is a fan and artist-friendly independent record label that specialises in hybrid electronic rock. It's home to the likes of Celduella, Blue Starly, I Will Never Be the Same, Richie Nix, The Algorithm, Voicians, CD Akira, and a whole bunch more. Check out their latest label sampler for just $1 at their official store, fixedstore.com. That's F-I-X-T store.com. Save 10% off your first order by using my coupon code FORCEX. That's F-O-R-C-E-X. They have loads of shirts, hoodies, stickers, posters, and many other accessories for all their artists, and this is available worldwide with fantastic international shipping rates to go with that. So head over to fixedstore.com and check them out. And don't forget, use my coupon code FORCEX. Hello and welcome to another DJ Force X podcast. We are on episode 38 and I am joined by Julius of Logical Terror. They are a band hailing out of Italy. And yes, they have a new album out called Ashes of Fate, where they work with the production team behind Fear Factory and things like that. And it is a great album. Go listen to it, go stream it on wherever you get your music. Buy it, buy the physical copy, buy it direct from the band, direct from the label, and they'll send it to you. And you'll have a physical copy of an album that you can play at your pleasure. And when your subscriptions run out or you stop paying for things, you've still got that physical album you can listen to. So go buy it. Support these artists. Okay, rant's over. Another one, support me. Rate and review this show on Stitcher or iTunes. Wherever you download this from, it's most likely it's got like a rating and review section. So if you could please just log into it via iTunes or even just via Stitcher.com and leave a 5-star review. That helps my show crawl up those iTunes charts, podcast charts everywhere, and just helps me bring in extra guests here and there. Not that I'm struggling for guests right now, but it never hurts to get to let the record companies know that the show's being listened to. And I know people are downloading it. I got statistics coming at me, and I can see people are streaming it, downloading it, listening to it, how much they're listening to it of, and all that kind of stuff. And they're always hearing this first part. So please rate and review. That will help me so much. And I can get more guests on here that elevate the podcast as well. So all the smaller bands that I have on here will get more exposure due to the bigger bands or bigger like personalities being on this show. And yeah, it all helps. It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, I'm going to plug my radio show now. For those that don't listen to it, on every Tuesday on Total Rock, 11 p.m. UK time. That's 6 p.m. East Coast, 3 p.m. Pacific. And somewhere in between in the middle of the States. Yeah, a radio show. And it's called Crossing the Streams. It's also on Saturdays at midnight Eastern time. It's about 5 a.m. UK time, or GMT if you prefer. But yeah, it's a hybrid electronic rock mix show. It's a bit of a mouthful, but that's what it is. It's a solid hour of music with me barking over the top occasionally. And yeah, just accompanies this podcast because a lot of bands I play on that show have made it onto the podcast and vice versa. So if you do that for me, that would be awesome. But yeah, I'm without further ado, I'm going to take you into the interview in a second. Yeah, this is Julius from Logical Terror. Enjoy. I would like to welcome to this week's show, we have Julius. He is one of the vocalists from Logical Terror. They're hailing from Italy, and they're on my show today. So welcome, Julius.
Oh, hello, everybody.
How are you doing today?
Today, I had some stuff to do for the band, because here in Italy it's a holiday, so yep. I have some nice stuff.
All right, nice. So, yeah, just to start with, just because some of my listeners may not have heard of you guys just yet, although I did play you on my radio show last night, so they might have heard you. But can we just get some background on Logical Terror, like when you started, and how you've evolved up till today, really.
Okay, that's good. The band started 5 years ago. We released our first record. It's called Almost Human. It was out for American label Reality Entertainment in digital way.
Cool.
And we had a few years passed on the road. We played a lot of show in Italy, and we had the chance to share stage with some great bands like Earth Enemy, Sepultura, Soulwork, Primal Fear, and many others. And then we started the new page for Ashes of Fate. This is our new record. It was out last 6 May for DarkTunes music group. And it's our brand new record that is finally see the light. We spent a lot of time working hardly on this stuff, and we are very, very happy for the final result.
Excellent. Yes, it is a really good album. I've been listening to it on and off for the past, I think, week or so since I got it, and I do. I really, I've got a couple of tracks I really do like. I was just going to let you know as 10,000 Falls, which is the opening track. I played that on my show last night as well. The title track as well, Ashes of Fate, I really like. The track you did with Soilwork, The World Was Mine. And Coming Undone as well, which is the last track on the album. But
that's right.
Yeah, no, I mean it's full of solid tracks. It's a really really solid album. Where would you say your influences lie? Where would you say you got that inspiration to?
Well, it's quite hard to say about influences because I don't like talk about specific bands or genre, but we usually every kind of music we try to mix and have a specific shape. So you can, for example, see on all the track are not the same mood. Okay. And we listen basically all kinds of matter from modern, or we can say new matter from 90s. And also some kind of music from 80s and 90s pop rock music. And but influences are coming from something like a new approach of the music, new tunes. For example, in this record, we approaching guitars with 8 strings. That was new for us. And we try to model our ideas in a new concept of music we like.
Cool. So, tell me the story behind the album then. Obviously, pulling not from so much the influence side of things, but what's the underlying message that you have in that album that you're trying to get across?
Sure. Basically, we started to think about a new kind of record, Respect Almost Human. That was an album with a lot of influence from new metal and electronics music. So from the beginning, we thought about change the mood of electronics, and we talked about darkest album, as if we can say, more orchestra, a lot of sound taken by orchestration and melodies. So we worked a lot on this kind of things. The first time we started to write the new stuff, in our mind already had a figure. We can say that the new record must be more aggressive and darkest than the old one. So that's the main concept of the album is more music played, more feeling with us, less a lot of electronic loops and programming, less than before.
Yeah, because I could definitely hear those sounds in the album as well. Because my radio show specializes in electronic and rock and metal crossover sound. So when I heard your album, I could hear those synths, those sounds, and everything popping through. And it was there, and that's how it sort of fits into where I do my radio show from. Because like I said, I specialize in that. It's either bands that have that influence in them or that sound.
I listened. The last show was very good.
Yeah, thank you.
A lot of bands I like, and that's the feeling of we have with this kind of music. Talking about pop rock is to bring the catchy mood.
Yeah,
and we like to write our song that must be. At the first listening, people have to remember what we play. So
yeah. And like I said, with the structure of some of your songs as well, I was listening. There's just the way the song goes off, because like you say, you have these like various influences from various like musical backgrounds, and like one moment you've got kind of like the sort of like chuggy, like you say, like new metal kind of sound, and then you break into a bit of I don't know if you know the genre of gent. Which is kind of like a aggressive metal sound. You kind of have that element on it, and then it kind of jumps into like a solo at one point.
Yeah,
and it's just all those styles in one, and you really manage to meld those sounds together really well. So that's what I was saying. The album is really good. I really like it. So.
Thank you a lot.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for making it, because it's it came from the minds of you and your band members. So yeah, no, thank you for making it. I've been listening to it like to and from work as part of my sort of rotation of albums that I've got, and I can definitely tell it's you guys over like the next band as well. So that's a good sign that I can differentiate you guys from other bands' albums and stuff at the same time. So.
Well, our goal is also to make music for radio, so that's for you.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, no, I can play anything on my radio show, which is great. It doesn't have to be radio friendly either. So, but 10,000 Fools is the one that I played last night, and yeah, that's a really good track, especially to open an album with. It really it was the first one that kind of obviously hits you. And you've done well with that one. So, what label were you on? I can't remember what it was. It was
we signed with the DarkTunes music group.
Yes,
it's a German label. We're very happy to establish this relation. So I can say thanks to Rafael for this great opportunity. Is doing a great job with us, and we hope to reach a new level for the band.
Because he's
together with them.
Yeah, he's put me in contact with a couple of bands. I recently got in contact with him just regarding one of his other bands, Smash Hit Combo, who I interviewed last week. And it's just like looking at the roster that he has on the thing, has that kind of dark electronic metal sound to a lot of the stuff on there. So it's really cool. He obviously got me in touch with you guys. He sent me your album as well, and here we are. I'm interviewing you and I'm playing you on my radio show, so it's working out. So
I can say that he was very interested from the beginning. We started to discuss about us, and he's doing a great job step by step. So we are seeing very first good result. Yeah. And we hope to going on.
Yeah, cool. How did that relationship come about? How did you end up in contact with them?
Well, we after the mix of the album, we start to send some press kit to a lot of promoter and labels, and we had some few answers, but I can say that we decided to start specific discuss with him, and he really liked the record, and we talked about not money, but what was important for the band to reach some new level and results. So that's why we decided to go on with them and sign with the DarkTunes.
Cool. So the album itself, was it self-produced, or did you have an engineer?
No, we worked with a team that is called Dysfunction Productions.
Okay.
It's an Italian team owned by two guys, Eddie Cavazza and Giuseppe Bassi. They recently worked with Clear Factories on the new the Nexus album.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they also have some collaboration from last few years with the main Brother Mother from Machined and Axel Fry, and also some cooperation in production with Drew Madsen and Dan Corneff. Mm-hmm. So they have very talented producers, and they did a really great job.
Cool. Yeah, no, it's the production's really good on it. So I was just wondering if it was like if you did that in house or anything. But no, if you got a team behind it, you can. They're a quality team. You can tell by the production.
Yeah, and we work with them from the first record, and they also follow us on stage. So we had a great relationship, and we can say that they are the 6th and 7th member of Logical Terror.
Oh, nice. That's always good. And you got that kind of team behind you. That's really good. So cool. Yes.
Yeah.
So with that, what is the Italian scene like for metal? I mean, I know there's a few bands that have come out of there that have caught my eye in the past. Italy wasn't a place, unfortunately, I got to tour in my band. But I know like Lacuna Coil are the big ones that have come out of there. I remember playing with Linear 77 back in the day, kind of along that new metal sort of skit. So what is the Italian scene like these days? What is it like for you?
Well, I think the Italian scene is quite good and have some band that could be potentially among the main act around the world. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, it's hard for us to play in our nation because all it's around the music business in Italy, and that's why a lot of bands must move away. To try to have a market in Europe or US too, because here we have a hard situation for live music and possibility to have a window.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So apart from you guys, what other sort of bands from your area would you recommend? Just in case anyone's sort of looking into, seeing what the Italian scene is like. If there are any bands that you could, put forward just to check out.
For sure, we have Lacuna Coil on the top of our list. Well, all bands in Italy are, I think, are glad to have a band like them around the world, playing a lot of gigs, a lot of festival.
Yeah.
And but I can recommend some band of friends like One Leg Man, and definitely friends, and they work with the same our production team.
Yeah.
And well, other name I can say to you, maybe Extrema from Italian metal scene.
Yep.
And at the moment I have a lot of name in my mind, but it's quite difficult to select.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's just a couple. That's
anyway, for that metal scene, the Modern Age Slavery and Everfrost.
Nice. Cool. So there's a couple of bands people can check out, and they can, lead from there and find other bands on that front as well. Which is
damn good.
Yeah, no. So thank you for that. So what are your current plans with the band right now? Obviously, you just released the album in May.
Yes.
Have you got a tour planned coming up, or anything like that?
Yeah, the album was out from 6th May, as you say, and we released 2 videos for the song Nowhere to Nowhere.
Yep.
and the open act 10,000 Force.
Cool.
And now we are promoting the track with Sorrows, Beyond Speed Street, The World Was Mine, and it's going on Spotify this week. It's two of biggest metal playlist, and it's about having more than 20,000 listening in 5 days.
Oh, very nice.
We are very glad of this result, and for sure in the next week or two maybe, we have 360 degrees interactive video for the track that will be released. And then a couple of shows last month here in Italy, one of them with Solo as main support. So will be some nice things before the summer.
Cool. Excellent. So, going on the sort of like live show edge of it, who would you love to tour with? If you were like, someone came up to you and like offered you like a European tour, so you'd hit all the major sort of cities or countries in Europe, who would you love to go out on the road with?
For sure, we hope to hit Germany because our lab is doing a job in this area, so we hope to have fun there. And for sure, also UK.
Yep.
And maybe France or Austria. That is quite near to us, so interesting to reach and visit and play show here.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
So any bands you'd love to support? Any of the big bands?
In the future?
Yeah.
We sure would be a dream support some bands like Meshuggah and Fear Factory, definitely.
Nice.
But there are also some new acts in Europe that deserve a lot of support and would be nice to join them, like Architects or Monuments. Lots of really nice bands, sure.
Cool. All right, so I've got a couple of questions left for you. Just a couple bit more about yourself and things like that. So if you could name 3 albums that had a real impact on the musician that you are or person that you are, what would those ones be?
3. Only 3.
Only 3. Yeah, only 3. If you,
okay.
Like,
well, definitely I can say G-Manufacture from Fear Factory.
Mm-hmm.
Korn, first album.
Nice.
And well, really hard, but I would say something from Deftones, maybe Around the Fool.
Nice. Yeah, that's a quality album. I love the Deftones, so that is a quality album. So yes, nice choices there. I love Korn as well, and Fear Factory for that matter. I mean, I grew up in England, so all these bands were like around when I was mid-teens. They started coming to the UK, and I love them all. So yeah, no, those are great. Fear Factory especially, I love that because that takes me really far back.
I can say definitely that those bands changed my mind, and they helped me to reach metal scene and what I do with the band.
Yeah, I mean, Deftones for me were one of those bands that brought me back into metal. As a kid, I kind of loved things like Guns N' Roses, Iron Maiden, and as I was sort of went into my teenage years, I kind of they weren't really producing anything anymore. Guns N' Roses were kind of splitting up, or they'd split up at that point from the original lineup. Iron Maiden kind of didn't have Bruce Dickinson anymore and weren't really producing the music that I kind of was used to. And I was sort of getting more into kind of like indie rock and dance music. So one of my friends played me Adrenaline by Deftones.
Yes.
And it just totally sucked me back in. I was like, I love this sound. I love this band. And that put me onto Korn. That put me onto Incubus. And all bands of that kind of era at the time. Limp Bizkit started coming out then. So that whole nu metal movement kind of like really pulled me back in. And Deftones are just one of those bands that I can pinpoint and say, you know, they're one of my top 3 kind of thing. So
yeah,
that's really cool.
It's for me, it's one of the bands I can say that they are symbols, and they never change their soul.
Yeah, no, they're I saw them live actually about a couple of months ago, and they were fantastic. Because I now live out here in Florida, and they played like an amphitheater, which is a huge venue. They were in the main support for Incubus, so it's like Incubus and Deftones touring. And it was like $15, which is probably about €10. So
Great.
I know, it's fantastic. And they were really great. Even after all these years, it's still nice to see them. Like you say, they haven't changed their style. They haven't like gone out their way to adapt to whatever's around at the time. I mean, they've evolved, but they've kind of done it with their own sound. So they've not like some bands kind of they were fit into one genre and then they jumped to another one, just to see if if it works for them, kind of thing. But Deftones haven't changed, which is it's one of their sort of redeeming factors. So
they're coming here in Italy for a unique show the next week. But unfortunately, I already bought a ticket for Gojira, so fuck them.
Yeah, no, Gojira are good though. I love them.
Yeah,
they're a great band. So it's kind of that's a hard choice. So yeah, no, that's cool. No, thank you for that. So what do you do away from music? So when you're not writing, when you're not performing, what are your hobbies or interests away from music?
Well, my job is I work for a hospital company that made machines for dialysis treatment.
Okay.
And I also really love some sports like soccer and volleyball.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I'm not so tall, and so I ever love to play play volleyball. But I have to see the other teams do it.
Yes.
It's not for me. Unfortunately, it's not for me.
So what soccer team do you follow?
I can say Milan.
Milan?
Milan from Italy.
Are we AC Milan or Inter Milan?
Yeah, but not a good time for the team now.
No, not at the moment. No. Well, I support Liverpool in England, so we didn't have a great season either. I mean, we got to the Europa Cup final, I know, but yeah, our league position this year wasn't very good. So
it's a bad year for both.
Yes, yeah. Hopefully next year it will bring some kind of fruit to it. So we'll see how that goes.
But I was very happy with volleyball because our team of our city won the tournament, the league, and the cup. So it was very exciting.
Very nice. Yeah, we have some the beach volleyball championships down where I live.
Very good.
So we get that occasionally. Like every year, they have a big competition on the beach over here in Tampa. So that's really cool. So finally, as we come sort of to the end of most of the questions that I have, where can people reach you? Where can they check out Logical Terror?
Well, for sure, we have our official page on Facebook, so it's very easy to find us by typing Logical Terror Official. And on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube too. Yep. And if someone online wants to grab our records, you can find around Amazon or iTunes, Bandcamp, and just find for Ashes of Fate, Logical Terror new album, or you can listen it or in streaming on Spotify.
Cool. And is there physical copies of the album available?
Yeah, it's a very great physical copy. Not because it's me, but it's a it's a Digipack physical edition. Nice. Artwork was made by Kara Glominokaya, that is Indian artist that worked with Meshuggah on their last 3 records.
Oh, nice.
So he did an amazing, great, dark concept. And it deserves to be purchased as physical. So help us with the physical, grab your copy.
Yes. So check out your website to find out where they can get it from. They can order it obviously from your Bandcamp as well. And obviously any sort of online CD stockists across Europe.
Sure.
And I'm guessing over here as well it will be available as well. I will double check that and then let people know after the podcast. So
thank you, sir.
So thank you, Julius. Thank you for your time. We've come to the end of the interview, and like I said, thank you for it, and I hope the album brings you much success. It is a good album.
We hope.
And I'm hoping, all the sort of like usual press outlets get a hold of it and give it, the exposure that it deserves.
Yeah, maybe I hope us to have a second conversation with you talking about what was happening in the future.
Oh, yeah.
And new result we had.
Yeah, no, that's definitely.
Why not?
Yeah, no, definitely. I'll have you guys back on whenever you have something, next album, or if you have a big tour planned or something, just to help you with that press side of things. So, yeah, but I'll continue to play your stuff on my show.
Okay.
And you'll see it pop up on social media and whatnot when I do. So, but I always send the playlists to your press agent, so I'll send it to Raf, and see if he passes it on. But
okay.
Yeah, I'll let you know. So yeah, thank you, Julius. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
You have a good rest of your evening, because I know it's late there. So
yes, not enough.
Yeah. So
cheers from Italy.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day. Okay.
Okay. Best regards.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.